with the Fayetteville Fire Department.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Turn on your mic. I guess that would
There
help.
you go. Good morning.
How are you today?
Marvelous. How are you?
I'm all right. You are the Public Information Officer for the Fayetteville Fire Department, and you always got tricks up your sleeve. I got 3 screens up right now, and you got a youngin' over here beside you. What's going on here?
Yeah, so this is Miss Kira. She is our Camp Ready ambassador for the Fayetteville Fire Department's annual Camp Ready Teen Summer Camp that's going on right now.
All right, we're going to give you a speaking part. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Bring that microphone right up close to your mouth. You can kind of, there you go, and kind of get it out. Well, let me do this because
Make sure you can still see your face on the podcast.
Yes. That's pretty nice.
There you go.
Yes, and give me your big voice, your big camp cheerleader voice. All right. Well, I hold off on that here. It's good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
You're the ambassador? Sounds like, hey, he's playing some ambassador music or something. What do you do as the ambassador?
So as the ambassador, I help reach out to kids my age, the people that SHAKESHAFT can't really reach out to as much. And I'm like, hey, if you have an interest in any of the first responding or public safety fields, you can definitely come to this camp because we bring in a lot of different places. I know we had the bomb squad a few days ago, and we bring in highway safety patrol, and we bring in police. We bring in all of that. It's not just for fire. And I also help plan some of the activities during the afternoons. I know yesterday I did a communications activity, and I had people blindfolded for that.
Now, hold it. Now, I'm listening to this. You might have asked how old you are?
I'm 17.
17. I need 100 kids like her.
Right,
and I bet you need 100 kids like her.
And that's why we're bringing her in to help us reach those kids, because Camp Ready is an awesome opportunity that a lot of people don't know about. She was a camper, was it 2 years ago or just last 3 years ago? And she really enjoyed it so much that she's now volunteering with the Stony Point Volunteer Fire Department out there with Chief Johnson. And hopefully, once she turns 18 and graduates high school, she'll be coming to work for us or one of the departments in the county. So we're utilizing that awesome resource to reach more kids and hopefully inspire more kids like we did Kira.
There are a lot of adults who want to become firemen. I don't think you'd ever have a drought of people, wanting to apply. You got a waiting list sometimes.
Coming out of COVID, we went through that drought in COVID, as everybody did. COVID hit us in the applicant pool, just like everybody else. But we're coming out of that, and applications are back up. We're back up to having a list. But the thing about it is, we can't get complacent. We need to inspire that future generation. When I was 17 years old, I had a volunteer firefighter inspire me to do it. I didn't grow up wanting to be a firefighter, so we got to keep that momentum going. And then also we have no age limit. We have no age cap. We hire folks getting out of the Army with 20 years done in the Army, and then they come to us. But that being said, there's real advantages to getting in young. I was blessed. I was 19, 20 years old when I got hired, which means by 48, I'm retired. That's a huge advantage to a young person, knowing that they have that future available to them. So,
yeah, I have this thing about retirement that we work for 65 years so we can enjoy 10. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself and enjoying your life right now. And
100%.
And then after, I'm sure, SHAKESHAFT, it would be difficult for me to believe that at 48 you will go and eat seafood down the beach and hit golf balls.
No, but I joke with folks. We just had Captain Lem Ivy just retired. He did 40 years with the Fayetteville Fire Department, and it always never made sense to me. Like, good on him, congratulations. But if you're after 30 years, you're gonna pay me to not work, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna start a second career, So Kira could be in that position one day where she gets to retire from one job and start a second career or an option. And that's something we want to let kids know, that it's not all about, like you said, you want to have job satisfaction. You want to enjoy going to work. And Camp Ready gives the exposure to the young people that you can have a job that everybody's got bad days. They happen. But most days we wake up and we want to go to work, and we want to tell the young kids about that.
Kira, what inspired you to say, hey, I think I want to do this as opposed to go play soccer or whatever else it might do?
So I've always wanted to be a part of the first responders, and originally I wanted to be a forensic scientist for the police and help with those crime scenes. And then I realized, well, they don't really go out. They're not first on scene. And I'm like, okay, well maybe police work would be better for me. And then I realized, well, police work, it's, they're not going into burning buildings, So I'm like, okay, maybe paramedic and firefighting would be better for me. And then I went to this camp, and back then it was like the CERT camp, not Camp Ready. And they introduced me to the people at Stony Point, and from then it's just history.
Well, I'm bringing Kenny up because when he came in here and was getting things ready for us, he mentioned your hair, and is that an inspiration? But right, Kenny,
I like people who wear different colors in their hair, and their parrots and their fish colors or whatever you want to call it. And your color, what is that? I just went with red, but I'm sure it's got a color.
It's red.
And the
It's
only reason,
red, okay.
only reason I bring this up is
it was you're
fire related. But here's the thing, and SHAKESHAFT would correct me if I'm wrong. You have to take the blinders off when you look at potential applicants.
Facts.
And as I said, I'd like to have 100 of her working for me somewhere, just based on her ability at 17 to articulate her desire to be a VIRE and have reasons to want to do that.
Yep.
Kenny, you raising your hand?
Well, not only have you recognized that, sir, but Linda McAllister of Up and Coming recognized it, listening. And she would like contact numbers, and she would like to do a story in the newspaper for Up and Coming.
Yeah, I mean, did she text you or?
No, she called me.
Yeah, and I think I saw the text.
Okay. So I just want to let you know that this is all in the works, and I'm so glad that y'all are here today. So on with the show, sir.
Okay. So and Kenny, we appreciate your insight here on this. But again, we're talking about making sure that this community is well protected, and I've had a in-depth conversation. Maybe that's the understatement of the day with Kirk Debier yesterday. I had a half one about the 911 center. And one thing, although we can agree to disagree about the semantics of who's running it, one thing that doesn't change is the fact that you guys, the first responders, are first class in our community and have been since the time I've been. I've been here 50 years. And I've had the occasion not too long ago when I passed out in here, the fire guys were the ones first on the scene in here.
Yes, sir.
And checking folks out, and we sometimes we take that for granted.
Yeah.
How our community is able to respond, unless you've been somewhere else in another third world country or something, you don't understand. I was in Cairo, and it was an accident, and Cairo, back when I was there, it was built for 4 million people. They had 14 million people, jam-packed. Accident on the road, and the guy was ejected through the front windshield of his car and was on the street. And everyone was driving. I didn't hear any of that. And when we got up close, our cab driver said something to him in Arabic and then drove off. And I asked him, "What did you say?" I told him to get out the way because he's blocking traffic. That scenario stuck with me.
Yeah.
In terms of really appreciating what you guys do. And so, our hats off to you for what you do, and it's first class. And now, hopefully, it's going to, once we combine it together, what do you see when the collaboration of having both the county and city together, what is that going to do for our community?
So you've touched on it a few times in the last couple months of this conversation that the system we have is awesome. The system we have is amazing. The work that's been going on in the background for 20 years, you said you've never seen as much collaboration between the city and county. We haven't really done a good job about talking about it because in the last 20 years, county and city emergency services, we've been running automatic vehicle locators for at least 10 years now. And it doesn't matter where you live, whose district you're in, the closest fire truck has always been coming to you for at least the last decade. That work has been going on in the background, and we haven't done a real good job of talking about it. So this brought it to the forefront. Having that joint 911 center is really just going to make that flow of communication even better. So like right now, the county and the city run a call together. We arrive on scene, we switch to each other's radio channels, and we talk to each other, and everything is fine. Now we won't have to worry about that communication because it's going to have that one PSAP, so they'll be talking to us both at the same time. And it just makes things even better than they already are. We have the ability to communicate together already. We already do it. But this is going to make it even easier.
And it's come. We've been tested on several occasions when you deal with the hurricanes, for example, Floyd and Matthew that came through. You have to be able to talk,
Yep.
you know, on the same frequencies. I mean, at some point we were not that way, but now we are.
Yep.
And so you have police and you have the joint communications folks who stand up, the operations center when we have an emergency.
Yep.
But that's in cases of emergency. What we're talking about is day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
You guys are no strangers
Exactly.
to making that
We're
happen.
working together every day, whether it's you're having, if one of your loved ones is having a heart attack and a fire truck and an ambulance are responding simultaneously, or if you've been in an accident and Fayetteville Fire Department's responding with highway patrol on the interstate, you know, things are just going to do nothing but get better because we're already working together every day.
You know, Kenny brought up a fun fact on the screen here. Fire station 2.5 miles from most homes, away from a squad.
Yeah.
I mean, most people don't even understand that.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
When we have an entire division of the fire department called Planning and Research, or Office of Strategic Planning, and they're looking at where we want future fire stations to be, where we need units distributed, who needs an engine, who needs a ladder truck, who needs a squad, and all of this stuff is data driven. It's not willy-nilly. So we want to have a fire station. I think the radius is a 5-mile radius, so that there's no more than 2.5 miles from your home to a fire truck. That is the ideal. And for most of the city of Fayetteville, that is the case. So you're going to have a fire truck from the time you call 911 to the time we arrive on scene is on average between 7 and 8 minutes. Never more than 8 minutes, usually right around 7. So
And what does that mean to the public?
what that means to the public is that when seconds matter, we know seconds count, and we're taking those seconds into account, if that kind of makes sense. When there's a medical emergency in all of Cumberland County, there may be somewhere between 12 to 17 ambulances in the entire county, but there's 100 fire trucks. So we can get there, provide that initial life-saving care, and also prioritize calls. You think about, we're running 30,000 calls a year just with the Fayetteville Fire Department, on average 30,000 calls for service. That's just Fayetteville. That's not including the rest of the county. I don't know their numbers. So it's making sure that we're prioritizing those emergencies as well. So some people may have an experience where they have to wait a little while for an ambulance. You might have to wait 20 minutes for an ambulance because your situation isn't life-threatening, but somebody else's is, and we know that because we're working together and we're communicating. You
have a camp ready going on. Is it this week?
Yeah, all this week. It started on Monday. We wrap up on Friday. How many kids we got, Kira?
We got, I think, not
11?
including me, we have 10, 11.
10 or 11 kids doing awesome stuff, like she said, working with the bomb squad. Who else came out?
We had Hazmat come out. We had the city's rescue team come out, and we did like a whole search and rescue thing just the other day where we were finding placards, tags or something, and we had to retrace our steps to try and find the lost people. And then we haven't had any. We're gonna have EMS here today,
Yep.
and we're gonna be learning about stop the bleed, hands only CPR. And then whenever we're graduating on Friday, we're going to be having some fun time playing with water.
Fun time playing with water. There's a lot of water to be had around fire departments
There's a
and
lot
everything.
of water going to be sprayed, yes, sir.
Well, look, Stephen SHAKESHAFT, Captain Stephen SHAKESHAFT, comes every other week right behind the mayor to talk about fire safety and fire-related things here in the city of Fayetteville. We appreciate you coming out and doing what you do. Any last words before I give you the boot?
Thank you for having us, and over the next couple days, we are back into a heat wave, so I can't stress enough to, if you're waiting to drink water till you're thirsty, you're doing it wrong. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Even when you're not thirsty, be drinking water. And also, don't forget that the city and county, in another partnership of us working together, have cooling centers available. Cooling centers are open. All your public libraries, the Fast Center lobby, if it is a government building that is typically open to the public, like the libraries and the lobbies, we want people who are overheated to find a place to stay cool, and they are open for you to stay cool during these heat waves. You can find that info online on the state places that are available.
All right, Kiara, we appreciate you coming in and representing as the ambassador of Camp Ready.
Thank you.
Sounds like, do you have a slash or anything? Or
No, I just have a certain amount of authority.
See, look.
You will respect my authority.
Yes, sir. Well, look, just in parting, it's going on now.
Yes.
It's too late for any other kids to be involved.
But next year we'll be opening up again. We typically open up around May to take applications because the kids do have to apply. There's a form they fill out and they tell us why they want to be involved. This isn't just about learning about the fire service and police department. It's also about developing leadership skills and social networking as far as being able to reach out and build those relationships. We want these kids to leave with a sense of confidence that they can develop these relationships too.
All right, as we lead up to it next year, God willing, we're all still here. If God keeps me on this planet, we'll make sure we will give folks a chance to say, hey, the camp is coming up. Now put your application in and get involved with. Thank you, young lady, for what you do. All right. And what you're going to be doing sometime in the future. Hey, she might be the one to save somebody's life that we know that's listening right now.
Hopefully.
So
Maybe ours.
We'll see her in a Fayetteville uniform here in the next couple of years.
There
we look
you
forward
go.
to it.
All right. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. Right now we've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 99, but feeling like 104. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low of 77, and Friday will be mostly sunny with a high of 100, but feeling like 106. A stray shower is, however, possible late in the day. Temperatures will stay hot in the 90s through the weekend, with better chances for rain and storms late in the day Saturday, and then spotty chances continuing into next week. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Well, the warm-up has begun, and it was 77. Now it's 82. Give you a sense of how quickly things are going to be moving. 82 in Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also at Fort Bragg. You're listening to News Talk 640. We're WFNC.
My name is Ron Ross. I need your vote for County Commissioner. If elected, I will focus on what truly matters, you, the people. Budgets will be transparent and efficient. I will support policies that create good jobs while protecting our natural resources. I will keep the voters' message strong. We want results, not continued broken promises. Vote Ron Ross, County Commissioner. Paid for by the committee to elect Ron Ross.
Want more customers to choose your business with confidence? Join the Greater Fayetteville Chamber's Consumer Protection Division and earn the blue check mark, your symbol of trust and professionalism. Certification shows your commitment to doing business the right way. With verified credentials and accountability customers can see. It's more than a badge, it's a competitive advantage. Take your reputation to the next level. Visit facecpd.com or call the Greater Fayetteville Chamber at 910-483-8133.
Attention, head to Lumberton Honda for the Freedom Celebration. Freedom to choose. With over 100 new Hondas in stock, we have what you're looking for. Freedom to drive. Get 1.99% APR on a 2026 Honda Ridgeline or